I bet that you didn't know that there's an online teaching platform that is connected to Elon Musk. Today, I'm going to introduce you to an online teaching school that you've probably never heard of, show you the application process, and tell you what you need to do to qualify to work for the school. And like all things connected to Elon Musk, you can expect this to be different, innovative, and not the easiest application process. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jillian from JillianShanahan.com. And on this channel, we talk about different ways that you can earn an income working from home as a teacher. Make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell notification so that you can be the first to hear about companies like the one I'm about to tell you about today. The company that I'm about to tell you about was created by Josh Don. To give you a little bit of background here, Josh was actually the school teacher of Elon Musk's child, and Elon went into a parent-teacher conference one day and he was like, hey, would you like to start this experimental school for SpaceX? The school's called Astra, and it's not like any school you've heard about, whether it be traditional or non-traditional. There are no grades, and they don't separate kids by ages or grade levels or anything like that. They don't do memorization and reciting and test taking. It is completely unconventional. The reason that they made this school so innovative and different is because in the future, when our kids are looking for their first job, they aren't going to be able to just like go out and get the same jobs that we have today. The jobs are going to be completely different. There is going to be technology and advancements that we haven't even thought of yet when our kids are adults. So for we need people, we need thinkers. We need our children to grow up to be problem solvers and critical thinkers and innovative and progressive, because that's going to help our future succeed, especially with all the technological advancements that we have. So just think about cars for a second. So right now we have cars that can drive on electricity, they can park themselves, and we even have autonomous driving that is being worked on right now where the cars can drive themselves. So there are jobs that are in existence now that weren't even thought of except for maybe in like sci-fi movies when our parents were kids. That's what we have to look forward to for our children. So in this school at Astra, kids were not tasked to like learn what to think, they were taught how to think. So it's a school that creates thinkers. If you learn how to think, then you can problem solve pretty much anything that comes your way. And that's what the school is really focused on doing, is transforming children into critical thinking, innovative, progressive adults that will be able to solve problems in our future. Really cool. I'm so excited to talk about this. So one of the classes that was offered in the school was called Synthesis, and that's actually the name of the company that I'm about to talk to you about today. That's the name of the company that this whole video is about, is Synthesis. So Josh Don, who was Elon Musk's child's teacher, collaborated with this man named Chrisman Frank. And Chrisman Frank was the very first engineer at Class Dojo. If you're not familiar with Class Dojo, if you've got kids, you probably are. But if you're not familiar with Class Dojo, it's an app where parents and school teachers can communicate effectively about their kids' progress, share things, note-taking. It's really, really cool. I love Class Dojo. And together, Josh and Chrisman brought the Elon Musk SpaceX's experimental Ad Astra school's most popular class, Synthesis, to an online platform where kids worldwide can learn how to become critical thinkers. So now this school is virtual. So the way that this Synthesis class works is kids learn through playing games. Every week, about 15 kids are going to meet up in a virtual classroom. So then you, the teacher, or in this case, they're called the facilitator, you're going to break these kids up into groups. And then the kids are going to work together in their groups to problem solve through gameplay. Now, here's the fun thing about it. The kids are not told the rules of the game. They have to figure it out together. So they're going to be using problem solving, critical thinking, and teamwork, and it's really going to challenge them to use their brains. Okay, so I know you guys all want to know this, so I'm going to go into the job details a little bit more. So the pay is $50 an hour for classes or $25 an hour for training. And they hire from everywhere, all over the world, except for California and New York. That might change, fingers crossed that it changes. But right now they hire everywhere all over the world except for those two states. It's part-time, working from home, the hours are flexible, you will be facilitating group gameplay classes, and they want you to work at least 3 hours. So they're looking for people to work between 3 and 11 hours a week. So what you as the teacher, as the facilitator are going to do, you're going to facilitate these classes. So let's take a peek into one of the classes.
Starting now. Oh. I'm in.
We only have 30 moves left.
We need to go to Tokyo.
I can play Sonova.
Where are we going, guys?
Hurry, Brazil! You can still get it.
You can do it, Connor. You can do it. Use the fuel.
Now, the application process is unlike any application process that you've probably ever gone through. It's very hard to get in. It's very hard to get past this first step, but it is really cool to go through. Now, when you do this, you are going to have to show that you have critical thinking and innovative, out-of-the-box style thinking, that you can piece together things without being told what to think. In order for you to facilitate these classes where you're teaching and growing problem solvers, you have to be a problem-solving, critical thinker yourself. So expect that in the application process. So the very first part is going to be basics, right? You're going to have your name, your contact information, your resume, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile if you want to connect it. And then it gets really fun. You have to play a game. The game is called Rubicon, and I'm not going to tell you the rules to it because I did pass the application, and it's not fair to tell you what I figured out. Like, in order to be successful at this job, you are going to have to be able to figure it out on your own. But the game is called Rubicon, and what you're going to do is you have to go in there and play this game without any rules and figure out the rules to this game. The next part of the application is you're going to have to write down the rules. So I would encourage you to be as detailed as possible. So play this game until you really figure it out. So figure out, like, make mistakes, go in there and fail and lose and make mistakes and try different things until you really figure out the rules. And then you're going to write the rules down in a paragraph. Be as detailed and specific as you possibly can to really show that you understand and you figured out this game. So when you go in there, like, try different strategies, try different things, make mistakes and fail. And that's really going to help you. That's my biggest tip to playing the game, is to just go in there and play it and play it and play it and play it until you figure it out. After that, you're going to have to record a 2-minute demo video. And in this demo video, you are going to be explaining, you're going to be teaching something that you taught yourself while you're playing the game. My recommendation for the 2-minute intro video is to just go on Zoom, go into an empty Zoom room, screen share your Rubicon game, and then you've got you and the little Zoom box up there screen sharing the game. As you're explaining it, you can show it, and that's really going to help you in that 2 minutes. It was really easy for me to go over that 2 minutes, but I had to make the video a couple of different times before I was like perfect and I felt like I had it. But go in there, do a 2-minute video explaining the game that you had to figure out on your own. Then, no, I'm not done. Then you're going to have to leave a Twitter, like, tweet style blurb, 280 characters or less, explaining why you are a good fit for the Synthesis team. After that, it's some basic questions like, where do you live? Do you have any management experience, like managing any teams? Are you comfortable teaching without lesson plans? Because you are not going to get lesson plans in this. Like, this is not a lesson plan, like, classroom. Can you commit to 3 hours a week, and are you comfortable with technology? After that, you're gonna have to do a personality test, and then you're done with the application. So I'm gonna go ahead. I thought the personality test was spot on. I loved the results. I loved reading them. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna show you my results. These are my results.
So here's mine. Mine says that I'm a maverick. I'm an innovative, outside-of-the-box thinker who is undaunted by failure. And then there's a bunch of graphs there, but this is the first page of mine. And I don't know how well you can see this. I thought it was super cool because so much of this is spot on, but it says that I am risk-taking, daring. I focus on future goals. I'm more concerned about where I'm going rather than how I'll get there. I'm adaptable. I'm flexible. I make decisions and take action. That is so, so true, even with little proof confirming the decision. Confident in ideas, unimpressed by tradition. I'm flexible, and to approach the book, I often bend the rules and does things my own way. That is true. Innovative, outside of the box thinker, undaunted by failure. Proactivity, assertiveness, sense of urgency in driving to reach personal goals. Openly challenges the world. I challenge all of you. Independent in putting forth my own ideas. Resourceful. impatient for results, put pressure on themselves and others for rapid implementation, and is far less productive when doing routine work. This is so true, and why I do so well online teaching, because it's not like routine. I can control what I'm doing. Socially informal, extroverted, very, very true. Outgoing, gets familiar quickly. Focused on goals and the people needed to get there. Frequently delegates details. That one's not so much true. I am working on that. And my summary says that I'm independent, confident, decisive, self-starter, intense, driving. I've got a strong sense of urgency. My drive is directed at getting the important things done. I'm competitive, ambitious, venturesome, respond positively and actively to challenge and pressure. That right there is so spot on, because I have learned in my own business ventures that I do my best work when there's a sense of urgency there and when there's like serious pressure behind me to do it. Like this personality test is so spot on. More concerned with the achievement of goals rather than the details of how to get them done. And yeah, I was just super impressed with this personality test. So go ahead and take yours, and if you take yours, leave it in the comments. I will put the link so that you can take the test, whether you apply to the job or not. It's kind of cool to see this. Go ahead and take yours. Leave it in the comments if you got Maverick or what yours says and if it was right or not.
Then they're going to go through and they're going to look at your application. If you pass, you will be invited to do a group interview in which you actually will be working with other teachers in a group, playing one of the games on a Zoom call. So your application involves a game, your interview involves a game. After that, you'll find out if you were hired or not. So I thought that this entire process was so cool. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I had never heard of this school before. I love it. I love the entire concept of teaching kids how to think instead of teaching them what to think. That's actually something that I do in my creative writing classes when I teach my creative writing classes, because I believe that ESL students, especially, like just telling them like sentences to say doesn't do as much good as teaching them by making them do it themselves and figure it out themselves and use what's in their word bank. And like this really goes along with how I believe education should be. I don't like the memorization, I don't like the reciting, I don't like worksheets, I don't like solid static forms of education. This is really exciting to me. I'm going to put the link to apply in the description box. If you go ahead and apply, let me know. If you get the job, let me know. I do know it's really hard to get into. And if you're already working for them, let me know in the comments. I am super excited to share this with you. This is probably one of the coolest schools that I have heard about, and this is awesome. I love it. All right, that's all for today. If you want to see other online schools, online companies that you might be interested in learning about, you can check out this playlist here, and I will see you guys all over there. Bye.